All hail a beard, it's your boy Big Beard B, and we back for another edition of Big Beard Business. Today we are back with yet another subscriber's choice video, and this time we are back with niche fragrances for beginners. See, about a week ago, I got a message from Musa R, and he hit me up like, yo, Big Beard B, can we get a video on niche fragrances from that $100 to $200 price point? And here we are today. Now, the fragrances on today's list won't be the most daring fragrances out there. However, they will be great fragrances that help you introduce your way into this world of niche luxury-based fragrances. Now, in my personal opinion, niche fragrances and indie fragrances kind of blur a line a bit, so you may see some from both, but these are both great entries into this segment. The first fragrance on my list today is a great fragrance for spring and summer. This is one that will definitely work for you in the summertime, and it could get some play in the spring. This one comes from Shea and Blue, and this one is Blood Oranges. Now, this one is an award-winning fragrance that you can pick up for not a lot of money. This one is a great introduction into the world of niche and indie-based fragrances, and again, like I stated, you can pick this one up for not a lot of money. When I say not a lot, this one can be picked up for under $100. Cool thing about this one is it's an award-winning fragrance. It's not available everywhere, so you get that exclusivity that comes along with niche-based fragrances, and this one actually smells really, really nice. It has an authentic type of orange peel note in here. It's also slightly sweet, and it does have some depth to it as well. Definitely a fragrance I think you should check out, Shea and Blue's Blood Orange. Now, this isn't sponsored, but you can also pick this one up from Luxury Scent Box as a decant, and a 9 ml decant for their $18 a month subscription. You can definitely check that out too. Now, the next fragrance on my list is one that you should try out if you are easing your way into niche fragrances, as this one is very reminiscent to some designer type of fragrances, and some may feel like it's a designer fragrance at a more expensive price tag. However, I feel like this one is a nice niche and indie fragrance, and it's also made by a fragrance reviewer. This one comes from Jeremy Fragrance. This one is Office for Men. Now, at its price point, it's between that $100 and $200 price point. Given they give multiple BOGOs and discounts and things on their site. Again, this one isn't sponsored, but honestly, I feel like if you are just starting your journey into the world of niche and indie fragrances, then you want something that you would like, something that is going to be compliment getter, and this one is definitely it. This one is a safe fragrance that you can pick up, and again, there are going to be some people like, you don't need it for its price point. Just like anything on this list, that is completely up to you. I think that this one is a solid fragrance. My son actually wears this one a lot. He actually has this one and Date, and he wears these two a lot around the house because we're quarantining. So definitely fragrances that I think you should try if you're looking to pick up a fragrance in the niche indie space and you're not sure what to grab. The next fragrance on my list of niche fragrances for beginners is one that is powered by the note of ISO-E Super. It has a cult-like following from time to time, and it does smell good. And this one comes from Eccentric Molecules, and this one is Molecule O1. Now, Molecule O1 can be picked up for a far cheaper price point than it can be picked up in retail stores. So if you're looking to grab this thing, I would urge you to try it online first. Molecule O1 is this warm, woody skin scent, and it gets you compliments, and it performs and can be layered with a ton of other fragrances out there as well. So if you're looking for bang for your buck, this is definitely one that you can try. Eccentric Molecules Molecule O1. This next fragrance on the list is one that I reviewed back in 2017 when I was first starting this thing here. And I think this one is a great balance between two fragrances, and definitely one that I urge people to try out often. I know at my local Saks that this one has been picked up a lot because of my recommendations to people. And this one is from Bond, and this one is bond9.com. Also known as HTTP. Now, this one was made for the internet, but it's also obviously now available in stores and online. To me, this one is a great mix between Aventus and Scent of Peace for Men. This one is like this creamy take on Aventus type of DNA, clean, and it's one that I really enjoy. It's probably one that I need to get back to wearing a bit more, as barnumber9.com has a lot of notes that you may know, like apple, juniper berry, pineapple, bergamot. You see where I'm going with this thing here. Very fresh, good for spring and summer, and definitely one that I think you could try out. And for its price point, it's a steal. So, barnumber9.com. The next fragrance on today's list brings us to the halfway point, but this one is a solid contender. I think that this one can be picked up online with discount codes for around that $200 price point, and I think it's well worth it. This one hails from Initio, and this one is Initio's Rehab. Now, Rehab to me initially was this better take on a Spice Bomb. All right, so to me it was a better take on Spice Bomb. It was a lot more fresh though, as well, as you could definitely get away with it in the spring and summer. In fact, I initially learned about this fragrance in the summer. I wore this down in Miami at an event with Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, and I got a ton of compliments with this thing here. I think this one is a safe scent like many of the fragrances on today's list, but this one isn't as fresh as some of these and give you a bit of spice with it as well to help draw that lady in. If you're looking for an attractive scent, then here you go. Initio is also made with all natural ingredients, so definitely something that you can stand behind. Definitely one I recommend, so Rehab from Initio. Now, this next fragrance is one that I urge you to try. I actually was put onto this one by a subscriber a while ago, and I quickly added it to my collection. This one here is one that really symbolizes, it has this great take on the exotic flower, and it's a mystery, and this one is Mojave Ghost. All right, man, so Mojave Ghost is definitely a great fragrance, and especially if you're looking for a fragrance that's light, sits close to the skin, it's going to be a relatively inoffensive. Now, for me, when I smell fragrances like this, I get excited because this one is unique, but this one also garners compliments. It stands out, it sits close to the skin, and this one is definitely wearable. A lot of people who are new to niche fragrances may think that niche fragrances need to be super unique and super unwearable, but that's not the case at all. Although they may have good stories behind them, this one does smell great. It garners compliments. You can wear this one fresh out of the shower, and for me, this one has been a workhorse, whether it's wearing for underclothes or just wearing this one to tackle the day. Byredo's Mojave Ghost. Now, this next fragrance is one that just falls just outside of that $200 price point, but I think it's well worth the additional money that you'll spend for it. This one is a classic modern citrus scent, and it hails from Parfum de Marly, and this one is Sedley. Now, Sedley has since been reformulated. At least it has longer maceration, and I think that this one is one that you will really enjoy. Sedley to me is a great standout fragrance from PDM for spring and summer, and if you're looking to stand out this spring and summer, definitely try this thing here. Listen, if you're grabbing this thing, there are a few sites that you can pick it up from. Not everyone has the latest formulation or the longer macerated version of this, so be wary if you find it for anything lower than that $220 price point. It may be the older formulations that they're looking to get rid of, but nonetheless, it's a solid one to have in the collection, whether you're getting this one or the older one there. So definitely ones that you should try out from PDM. Stand out this spring and summer with Sedley. Now we are down to the final three fragrances, and this next fragrance is one that I urge a ton of people out there to try. And if you're looking to pick up a niche fragrance, if you are a beginner, this is likely going to be a place for you to start. Now, this fragrance can be worn on a everyday basis, so this can be your top signature scent. This one hails from Creed, and it's none other than Creed's Millisieme Imperial. Now, if you are working in an office setting, if you're wearing this one out and about just casually, this thing will perform for you. This one has been a standout fragrance in the Creed lineup for a long time. This one released in 1995, and if you do your research online with some reputable sites, you can find this one for closer to that $200 price point, or under if you're looking for 1.7. Millisieme Imperial is a great fragrance like all of the fragrances mentioned on this list today, but this one holds a special place in my heart. I've turned a lot of people in my day-to-day onto this fragrance, and it's one that I didn't get to wear as much as I would like to wear it, simply because when people use this fragrance as a signature scent around me, I tend not to wear it. But definitely one that I'm excited to have in the collection, and I think you will love this one as well. Millisieme Imperial is sea salt, fruits, woods, and musk. Everything you need in a scent. Millisieme Imperial from Creed. If you've been around on this channel for a while, these final two fragrances will likely not come as a surprise to you. This next fragrance has vanilla, it has musk, it has leather, it has sandalwood, cedarwood, and this is one that I bring with me often. I really enjoy this fragrance. This one is great for the office. This is great for a casual day out and about. Just like the last fragrance that I mentioned, this one comes from Mancera, and this one is Cedrat. Now, there's a ton of different ways to pronounce this fragrance, and only one right way. But I say it the way I say it, man. I enjoy this thing, and I think a lot of you out there will as well. This one has this freshness. It also has this smokiness to it, to me, and I really enjoy it. It's not like overly smoky, but it's just right under the top there. You can actually get hints of it. If you're looking for a fragrance that's going to stand out, help you stand out from the crowd, be an aggressive scent without being overpowering, then this is definitely one that you should try. Now, Mancera fragrances can be picked up for a great price by themselves for $180 right out of the gate, but you can also, again, find this one online using discount codes out there for a lot less expensive price. So definitely one that's going to be good for you to try out in the niche fragrances if you are new to them. Mancera Cedrat from Mancera. So great fragrance overall, man. I'm happy to have it in the collection, and you will be too. This next fragrance is no surprise to anyone on this list because it has not been mentioned. And this one also is going to be found just over the $200 price point. But again, with discount codes out there from these discounters, you're going to be able to find it within that $200 price point. Original price, $435, but this thing is well worth it. I've talked about this fragrance in a number of videos. You probably heard it from multiple people out there. Not probably, you definitely heard it from multiple people out there. And this one is often regarded as the king of fragrances, and this one is Creed Aventus, all right? Now, Creed Aventus has changed a bit over the years, in my personal opinion. If you're not in the frag world out there, then it's not going to make you any difference, okay? So definitely be sure to get your nose on this thing here. And I don't know what to say about this fragrance that hasn't already been said. This one is made to symbolize success out there. There are going to be a lot of people out there who are into fragrances and just into having luxury items who often put a this higher level on Creed fragrances, man. You will hear about it in music songs out there. I'm smelling like Creed. Not Creed mentioned specifically, but just smelling like Creed. No specific one. It's just that they want you to know that they have it in their collection. This is often shown as a status symbol if having a scented water makes you any better than anyone else. It doesn't, okay? But here's the thing, man. Definitely try this thing out. Get your nose on it. This one is ambergris, it's apple, it's pineapple. This is juicy, it's classy, it's fresh, it's inviting. This one is every adjective you can think of except for skanky. Unless you get skanky when wearing this thing here, man. There you have it, man. So Musa, sir, hopefully you appreciated this video, or you watched it at the very least, okay? Maybe these fragrances aren't new to most of you, but I think that these are great entry-level fragrances in the niche world for under that $200 price point. So as always, I'm your boy, Big B. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend that we are back again. And you already know what I need you to do. Hit the goddamn bell.